can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. She tell me pre-smart, pre-better. Get your own damn place so you prefer every day. Me wife if you sign up letter car. NHT them a real chain setter. Plus me don't get a youth of a member. Me son just on table in December. And she do construction too. She will build your house for you and you get it well rendered. Davis, she a the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D a the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. She now start it and left you there. Me I tell your brother yes she well prepared. And if you're meeting enough farmer panga wrong, she give you lawyer brother clear your fear. She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement out. Now me house that I build up on the eye. Me I save some me money gone up in the sky from. Maybe Claudia me say me nah lie bank. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for me life say me son him have to fly so. Hypocrite pagan while we die. You can't stop Claudia Davis, don't try. Every day another house gone. I Miss Davis, she a the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D a the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Yeah man, you know. Claudia Davis, big up yourself. That's a like, subscribe, and share. Claudia Davis, can get your house anywhere. Just be prepared without no fear.
Welcome everyone. Mom, you are live.
Hi, welcome everybody. I'm in camera though.
You can look right there. I know if you're in camera.
Oh, so yeah, we've got a new screen. Which wrong way? Okay. So now I have to figure out which way is the right way to move and turn.
Or you can just come close to me.
You're right. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us after a long. There's another word for break. What is it? Leave?
Sabbatical.
Sabbatical. So many words. Alright, so who is on? Oh, Sasha. Sashana. No, Sashana.
Yes.
Hi, Sashana. Thank you so much for joining us. The Buffalo Soldier. Big up, big up. Good afternoon. I was still peddling your water bottles. Where is mine? Thank you so much. And
Dancehall Entertainment is here as well. Hi Dancehall.
you're seeing the screen better than me.
Yeah, because yours is further.
Actually, I have on glasses that, so I need 2 glasses now, guys. I need
Why don't you get by
one
one
close up, one far out. So you need that screen needs to be closer to me.
So I don't get bifocals.
No, because bifocals do you have to do this?
That's what I thought.
that.
I have bifocals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to think that's what I have to do, but no, it's like, instead of it just having the little square thing, it's like merged into it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just wear one glasses, and it's so we need to look far. It's ready, and we need to.
So it's still there, like I still need to look down if I need to see really close things, but it's not like a looking down, if you know what I mean. It's just like a glance now.
Glance. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming on. How was everybody? So yes, the Buffalo has been a long 3 weeks?
3 weeks, almost a month.
It's almost a month, right? How many persons managed to come on? Some persons probably don't even know that we're back on now, as yet.
I'm not sure how many persons are on.
So we seem to be blinded, eh?
You know what I realized? Okay, 10 persons are on. We've been away so long that the software that I use to stream live has updated itself. So the interface is actually a little bit different.
Oh, so now you have to study it all over.
Well, not study. They've made it
Is it easier?
adding the media has been easier. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that has been very good.
But what? We had problems with TikTok. You see, I've solved that with a new update.
Yes and no.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for coming on. I'm Claudia, if you're here for the first time. And with me is Tony Ann, if you're here for the first time. So we actually sell real estate, right? So we're real estate agents. I'm a real estate broker. Same thing. Sell real estate. It's just that the broker is in charge of the brokerage, right? And also we work with buyers too. So if you're looking somewhere to buy, you want to buy an apartment, a warehouse, any of these things, then you also let us help you to find those things, all right? The thing is, everybody wants to buy a property, but can you really afford it? But even before we get into that, so I've been off for, is it 3 weeks, Tony, or 2 weeks? Probably 2 weeks, I think.
I think it's 3.
3 weeks? This is the 3rd week. I missed 2 Sundays, right?
Yeah, or 3 Sundays.
3 Sundays. So we had the NHT Expo, which I've been telling you about. I was going to be at the Expo, but I did go to the Expo. And in the morning, I was there talking to everybody quite fine and going on with myself. And then I just felt like my stomach started hurting. And in a split second, I just didn't feel anything else. Boy.
Final girl says it's 3 weeks.
Oh, it's 3 weeks. So when I came back around, I hear people around me and they were holding me. So apparently I fainted or collapsed, or what's the word? Knockout. I don't know. Jamaicans say a knockout.
You weren't really knocked out.
I wasn't?
No, so you were talking.
That's afterwards.
No, you were talking to the person in front of you
Yeah.
and everything, and then you stopped talking
Mm-hmm.
and you were just like this. And your eyes were fluttering and we could hear like breathing,
Mm-hmm.
but your eyes were rolling. And you could hear breathing, like you were having trouble breathing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
everybody started creating excitement. Hold her so she doesn't fall off the chair because you're in a high chair.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says, get some fresh breeze on her. So the little fan that you always have, we did that. And somebody started sopping your cheeks and stuff with water.
And I smelled Bayron.
Yeah, so that's probably what they were using, to sop your cheeks.
Yeah. So I can't.
And you came back a little bit and you kept saying, I don't feel well, I need to lie down, stuff like that. So someone was saying that the clothes was too restrictive, so we started loosening you up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Latoya and Sharika took charge
Mm-hmm.
and got you to lie down on the floor a bit while David tried to get the paramedics.
Right. So, but even before that, I actually threw up.
Yeah. So what happened is they tried to give you some water to drink
Yeah.
to help cool down your temperature faster,
Yeah.
and you didn't keep in the water, you just threw up the water.
Yeah. So, but when I came back around, I could hear people around me, kind of thing. So I heard Sharika giving these instructions, that. I heard Latoya. Tony was pretty calm. So we were at the expo,
And
right?
everybody was asking that, how are you so calm?
Yeah, Tony was pretty calm. I guess she trained to be calm. Then
And I told the person, like, I'm the least person who can help her. Like,
Mhm.
there's so much more people who have more experience, who have training, who have been through it.
Mhm.
I am unhelpful at this stage. And creating hysterics is going to make me more unhelpful.
Right. Plus we're at the expo too, so I guess Tony, in her wisdom, knew that she probably had to just take charge of
The expo.
the expo itself, right? Because you know one person will stop a show, right, guys? So when I came back, Sharika and Latoya took charge. Now, if you're in an emergency, you want those two.
I know.
I know, right? You want Latoya and Sharika. So they're part of our team voluntarily. And they make really good volunteers, really good friends. Even before I went on live a while ago, Latoya texted me, asked me if I was okay, right?
Mhm.
So then the whole ambulance thing, drama. So
So it
guys,
was good that HD had ambulance on site though.
you would think, right? I
Yeah.
hear Sharika complain, took you 15 minutes to get here. And you're just at the gate. How could it take you 15 minutes?
But you know, I heard you were not the only emergency.
I wasn't.
No, somebody else had an incident as well just before you.
Just
So they were
before.
dealing with the two things.
Okay. But they took long to come. They were a bit sloppy with the gurney and this. I mean, I was watching a medical show before I came here called Amsterdam. What's it called?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I was watching it. And I was observing how smoothly they put people in and out of these ambulances and so on. I'm wondering if that's just really for the show. But I know in real
In
life,
America, they're trained to do those.
they're trained to do that. In real life in Jamaica, it doesn't happen, guys.
I think ambulance is new to Jamaica.
I would think it's new, right? It's as if they didn't know how to operate the. Is gurney's the right name? Somebody who in the medical field can tell me, but that stretcher thing that they put you on wheel.
I think we're so used to someone just putting you in a
Drop you in a
car or
car
taxi
and
and
all.
carry you to the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah. Which probably would have been more efficient then. So we, it was so funny though, because I'm there, I'm weak, but I'm conscious, right?
Mhm.
And Sharika and Latoya, big up to Sharika and Latoya, they actually went with me in the ambulance to the hospital.
Mhm.
So here the drama now. So Sharika says, let's check her pressure. Check her pressure. Where's the pressure machine? She said that to the ambulance people. When they produce the pressure machine, it's not working.
Might as well had just taken the one in your handbag.
Yes! I wanted my handbag, guys. You know? And they actually had my handbag too, because I took up everything. The only thing I can't find from that day is my NCB card, right? But, so, I protect bad things with love. So when I told the cat the pressure, I said, well, okay, I'm not in any pain, so after the initial pain of my stomach and me throwing up when I threw up, the pain went, right?
Mhm.
So I said, all right, I'm not in any pain, so maybe it's the heat. So I'm thinking, maybe it's the heat, maybe it could be my pressure too, I don't know. I was thinking my pressure was high, so it could be. Anyway, so drive, we want to walk through the city, I will reach. They're saying, where you want to go? I say, well, let's go. Andrews. I went to Andrews. Andrews said about no bed. I couldn't believe it. I was already on a stretcher market, which I thought would have been a bed, Tony.
No bed.
No
No
bed.
room in the inn, mom.
Yeah, the doctor actually came out and said that. And actually gave me, so they said, okay, let me check her pressure. And they did check my pressure. My pressure was way low. That was what caused the incident in the first place, because my pressure just went too low. Of course, Tony had consulted one of our friends, because he should have brought some juices with the
Gatorade and everything.
and all of
And he was
those
late.
and he was late. So I hear that she didn't give it to him, like a true Jamaican woman. You know what I mean? So funny. So I'm calm, say, dude, when I spoke to him, he said, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty. But he redeemed himself, because at the hospital he brought the lunch and he did the driving, double vehicle, take it back to the house, all kind of things, right?
Mhm.
So, we reach where the Andrews now. No bed, no room. Damn. they're thinking, where's the next hospital? So I said, medical associates, right? Because I know the area well.
Mm-hmm.
So went to
The
medical
look of your
associates.
conscience, see?
Good thing with the conscious people. Good thing I was conscious, let me tell you. Because the doctor, I heard when the attendant for the ambulance was asking Sharika, so where should we take her? And so Sharika says, Doc, you can call all the hospitals and find out. You call all the hospitals. The your doctor saying, what you know is you are the one who's supposed to call the other hospitals and know where you as the attendant. I was like, medical associates. Well, lucky for me, it was a good call. Hospital was perfect.
They had room.
They had, no, from your end top, they might take care of you. Instant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. They put me to the, so I came from you coming on the stretcher, you have to go into the, I don't know if they call it the attending room or whatever.
Triage?
No, but you're not in the waiting room. You go straight to that room. And they start to check you, so they check my something to do with them, pace on some things on me. Something to do with, I guess, my heart. They did a blood pressure, but they don't realize, yeah, that's low. So they give me an IV right away. Give me an IV and give me 2 at the same time things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Sharika said I fell asleep. So I didn't know what was happening after that. And they took blood tests. So they really did do all the things to check to see what was the problem, why I fainted. So I had to tell the doctor when my stomach was hurting. And I gave him the whole thing, and then Sharika and Latoya filled in what else was happening. The doctor told me, oh, there's some blood tests, when the blood tests come back, depending on what comes back, then they might have to do a CT scan, whatever. Well, it did come back, and they had to do the CT scan. And when they did the scan, so they were actually looking for clots, to see if I had clots on my lungs. I mean, where my breathing was, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they found that I actually had a lung infection.
Okay.
So I had a doctor, bone doctor.
Orthopedic?
Right.
Not sure.
So, couple of things the incident showed me. Jamaica, we're not ready for the emergencies, right?
And insurance is important.
Insurance is important. That's the other thing. Because when the doctor says that we have to do these only per test, or might have to do CT scan is not cheap, everybody. I wasn't too worried because I have insurance, right? But you're going to pay some money out of pocket as well. Plus everybody we have to pay to pick you up, drop you off, do all these things, medicine and all of this. But I must give kudos to Medical Associates Hospital. If you have a real emergency, you might want to drop into that hospital first. But if you have a trauma emergency, something like gunshot wound or whatever, you want to go to KPH, which happened to one of our maintenance workers too, just last week. He ended up being caught in a crossfire gunshot.
Was it the week before?
Yeah, the week before. And they just rushed him in a car, and KPH was able to handle that quite well. We had a good outcome. And I understand there was 3 persons who got shot in the whole crossfire. And the KPH handled that well. So, trauma, real emergency, KPH. Don't let them carry it anywhere else. But like my little incident with the fainting and this, insurance going on. Medical Associates, they do a thorough thing and they check, and I have the reports, do the follow-ups on what I need to do, right? So I need to follow up to make sure this lung infection is handled properly. And the lung infection will sneak up on you guys. You think you have a little cold and, you know what I mean? You take the famous one we love take, pharmacola and flu.
Mm-hmm.
I would take DPH and these things, not realizing
You need something strong.
you need something like antibiotics.
I know what I feel like,
And mine was a bacterial, so they gave me antibiotics.
and I think most Jamaicans suffer from it. Is that not even are sick? rush them to the doctor, get every prescription on the list,
Mhm.
every medication on the prescription,
Mhm.
treat them. You feel sick,
Mhm.
you find little on the shelf drugs and
Yeah.
take it and just weather it out.
A little band-aid. That is as an adult, which in fact, you are the one as adults more likely to be really sick.
Because I mean, I caught the flu or whatever. I don't even know what I caught because I haven't been to the doctor yet. I bought some DPH and I took the pharmacol and flu. And 2 days later, I am more or less functional
Yeah.
and I've continued.
Mhm.
But it's been 3 weeks and I still have this like cough that comes up now and then
Mhm.
on my chest.
Mhm.
And I haven't even been to a doctor.
You need to go to the doctor if you get a
Yeah.
CT scanner, X-ray, and maybe CT scan picks up those things quicker.
And I don't even know
Because
if
they didn't do X-ray, they did echo, I think she called it.
and I wonder if it's that we don't go to the doctor as much as adults because we don't want to hear the next thing. Like you go in there for a cough and you come out back with something more serious than a cough.
Yeah, you don't want to hear the next thing, that's
Yeah.
true. I tend to be like that too. And sometimes they can't find the diagnosis don't come like that. Sometimes it really have to get bad before they can actually find what is the problem here. You know? Sometimes that is a part of it too. So you end up spending all this money going on, and you just don't know. You can't find the problem.
Staffy is saying, Ms. D, sorry for your brief illness. It sounds serious, and if there are clots on the lungs, you appear to me as someone who prioritizes work over health. Switch this around for you and your family, please.
Yeah, we need to switch it around, right, Tony?
Yes.
But
But the
no,
3
the-
weeks break was good for you.
The 3 weeks break was good, yeah. But the CAT scan didn't show any clots. Didn't show any clots. But what I know is that fish oil tablets are pretty good. If you're not on fish oil, guys, you need to be on fish oil tablets, right? Find them pretty good. This is not a health advice or anything. I'm not a doctor. But back in the day, I know my mother used to pump us with cod liver oil. Yes, I remember. We used to spend a lot of time at the children's clinic on King Street. That's not there anymore. And they would give us that red medicine. So I always come on with cold and flu and this and that. And then she started giving us cod liver oil. Never forget.
Liquid form.
Liquid form cod liver oil. Every morning you have to line up and take that. Yeah, so I find that since I'm taking my fish oil religiously, I'm a little better. And also the zinc, I'm a little better at that. But guys, it's just one of those things. Jamaica, yes, we need to get there. So I know Dr. Tufton is working hard on the hospitals, clinics, and so on. But at least not everybody will have an emergency. Maybe a little 1% of the population. But we still should turn our attention to these things. Certainly the training of the staff for the outside emergency. That training needs to be there. The ambulances, make sure that they're properly equipped and so on. I can't even believe that an ambulance blood pressure machine will be working. I guess the battery went dead and nobody reported it.
Oh.
It could be, because you one have use battery.
But they're supposed to check those things before they leave for shift.
Yeah.
That's usually protocol.
Right, and this is the thing, Jamaicans we tend to be weak with that. We don't check our protocols. Even when you're on the site, a construction site, you don't check your protocols. You don't read, you don't use your gear. All of that is important. So, today we're looking at, so that is our little story. Oh boy, but God is good. That much I know.
But I think what's happening to us, Mom, is that we work 7 days a week.
Yeah, 24 hours.
I don't know who worked 24 hours.
I tend to work
but we
24.
work 7 days.
I
a
touched
week.
down at like 12 midnight, and by 4 a.m. I'm up. Literally.
I know why I'm up at 4 a.m. Why are you up at 4 a.m.?
I'm up at 4, man. I'm doing all kind of things now. Building my AI agents, building my websites. I'm doing all kind of things. Looking at all these documents that I have to look for the bank. I send all these things so as to read under the dark. It's just a whole thing. It's just a whole thing. Looking at subdivision drawings from the engineers and oh my gosh, it's just so much, guys. But so I've discovered and I've built my AI agent that goes into my email and just boom, 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 takes out what's important, tells me, hey, you need to respond to this and that, and actually drafts the email for me.
Yeah, that's been a game
That's
changer.
really cool, isn't
Emails
it?
does take a lot.
Yeah, it takes a
All
lot
the more
out of
days.
us. And at 5 a.m. in the morning too, that's one of the things I'm answering too. So I soon send it in my WhatsApp. I don't reach that yet, but definitely my email. So Tony tell me I have 10,000 on email. I'm like, can't have 10,000. Lot of spam and some people answer this in email. So my AI agent helping me to work through that, to delete who must delete and so on. So I am working through that. But the AI agent has been a game changer. Those of you with, so my AI agent is in ChatGPT, Tony's is in Claude, right? Those of you who pay for ChatGPT, you pay for it, you have to get a paid version, the $20 or higher. So mine give me one AI agent. So I use that AI agent for my main email. Go in and set up your AI agent. Just ask ChatGPT, how do you set it up? Ask it. It will tell you step by step. That's what I did, right? And it told me and I was able to set it up. And you can ask it to do so many things.
Email is just one
Email
thing.
is just the basics. And that's where I have started. Tony, you want to put that comment box to the left or to the right. It's just what, put it to the right. It's just one of the things down to the bottom. It's just, the email is just one of the hundreds of things that this AI agent can do. So I'm actually thinking that I should teach a course in AI. I've gotten so versed in the past 6 months since I've seriously sat down with it. More versed than Tony and everybody in my house. They're actually clueless. If your company pays for things like Copilot, and those of you with, which one of them have Gemini? Google?
Yeah.
Google have Gemini.
No, it's Windows. Is it Windows? Microsoft?
Microsoft have Copilot, I think.
Copilot and Gemini not together.
No, two different something.
Interesting.
But when I open my Google and
Connected. I wonder what happened. See, it's trying to reconnect. We're half an hour in. We should start the show.
you receive, I thought the show started. So, do you have an advertisement? Oh, maybe.
Cheat money. Double bit, palmetto.com. Build your future, no need for roam. Palmetto Pines, secure your spot right now. NHT money waiting, just show them out. Double bit, palmetto pines, build your future, no need for roam. Gated, community securitized. 3,000 square feet, this space just right. 6,000 options if you need more land. Build your dream house just as you plan. Stop paying rent, that money gone. Own your property, pass it to your son. NHT ready, feedback your plan. Palmetto Pines, put the keys in your hand. Wasting money. Start building now.
the Palmetto Pines?
In terms of what?
How far are we? Have we completed the water lines and covered them up?
No, they're not covered.
They're not covered as yet.
Mm-mm.
But the GPS poles came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're a little bit further than that video that you saw. The GPS poles came in. Have we connected to the sewage as yet?
No.
And we're still trying to connect to the sewage. So, alright, once you see the cover of the water lines, usually that's the last thing. So the deepest thing at the bottom of the dig would have been the sewage line, which we have completed. We just need to connect. Next comes the drains, which for the most part the drains are in, right?
Mm-hmm.
The drains are in. Then would come the water line, which is above that on the surface kind of thing. And then the GPS poles are above ground. And the drains act as a sidewalk. So below the sidewalk usually are the drains. So when you're walking on the sidewalk, there's the drains underneath that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you see we cover the drains, you have sidewalk, then we have water lines are covered, then we're moving to paving the road next. And that's the final thing. Has been a journey with 2 bills. You really do get a chance to
Organize yourself.
organize and get ready.
And prepare yourself for the mortgage.
Exactly. And the road. Alright. So, home sweet yard. Home sweet yard. The real cost of owning a home in Jamaica. Why do I think you have the wrong article?
Not this one you wanted?
No?
Which one do you have? Sure. A commercial plaza, a medical facility, and resort area properties are among dozens of mortgage properties scheduled to be auctioned in August. It comes amid a 3-quarter rise in past due loans across the financial sector, according to the latest Bank of Jamaica data. Conducted by DC Tavares and Finson Realty Limited, the August 26 sale spans 8 parishes. This list of 46 parishes is not exhaustive, but reflects the latest batch on the market. This is the list we received according to DC Tavares and Finson Administrator Mayon Palmer when contacted by Sunday Business. And this is the list we have posted. Separately, Scott's Realty is also conducting an online auction of a 1-bedroom apartment at the 20 South development in Kingston 11, with bidding opening at 52 million. Kingston 11 sounds
Kingston
off.
11 sounds wrong. 20 South.
Is that Kingston
Is that
10?
Kingston 10? That's on South Avenue.
Just off Waterloo. The DC Tavares and Finson auction is scheduled for 11 a.m. at the Ultimate Court Hotel in New Kingston. The auctioneer noted that properties may be removed from the list prior to the sale upon payment. Among the more notable offerings is a complex on Cargill Rent. Properties in tourism-oriented locations are also featured in the catalog. These include a unit at Mystic Ridge in Ocho Rios, an apartment at Carib Ocho Rios apartment, and a lot within the White House Beach Club environment in Westmoreland. White House Beach Club has been marketed as a resort-style residential development on Jamaica's south coast. Other properties are located in established housing developments, such as Coral Spring Village in Trelawney, Richmond Estate in St. Anne, and New Harbour Village in St. Catherine. Coral Spring Village forms part of a large North Coast residential development. Several large residential properties are on the list, including an 11-bedroom house in Mandeville, Manchester, and a number of 5-bed and 6-bedroom residences in Kingston, St. Catherine, and St. James. The auction notice does not disclose the identities of the mortgages, the lenders exercising the power of sale, or other amounts outstanding on the loan. The catalog is also subject to change before the auction date, according to the auctioneers. Successful bidders will be required to pay a 20% deposit immediately by certified check. The auction comes as loans past due for 30 days or more across the financial sector jumped 79% to 73.6 billion up to April compared to March. That was driven by a 25-fold rise in unserviced construction loans to 12 billion, the largest jump in construction past due loans for at least 9 years, according to the latest BOJ data. The entity or group responsible for the increase has 2 more months to pay before the loans become non-performing. The rise isn't necessarily concerning, as overall non-performing loans remain stable at 37.6 billion in April compared to both the previous month and the previous year. Also, NPLs as a proportion of total loans are under 3%, below the 10% that concerns regulators at the BOJ. That, however, doesn't speak to the reduced disposable income across sections of the economy due to a series of shocks since the pandemic, resulting in higher prices. In June, National Commercial Bank placed roughly 3 dozen repossessed properties across 10 parishes on the market through a private treaty process, with a portfolio carrying a combined asset value of more than 2 billion. Wow.
So the real question is not whether you can afford the mortgage, it's whether you can afford to buy the house. It would appear that way. Now, what happens is that you buy this property, or you want to buy this property, and you go to the bank, and the bank says, I can lend you 30 million, 20 million, 10 million, whatever it is. But there are some other costs that you have that comes with that. We're going to look at those costs called closing costs. It's not just a deposit you need to find some other costs, right? But even beyond that, so let us say you do manage to find all the closing costs, the deposit, and boom, you now get the property. That is where you get into problems if you haven't done the maths beyond just purchasing it, right? Now, to tell you the truth, first house I bought, and even subsequent, I don't do the maths behind that.
I don't think you ever do.
No, I don't really. I don't. Because if I did, I would not get these things. I tell you the truth. But
you probably wouldn't buy it, eh?
no. Because for me, really, I like the chase and I like to just own it. As Tony knows, right? After that, I lose interest in it. But you're kind of in a catch-22, guys. Now, for me personally, I know that from history, history teaches me this. So if I buy this property for 10 million today, down the line it's going to be 15, 20 million. If I can hold on for that time, just hold on. I can release it. And I'll be out of it in a positive way. Right? So the history kind of teach me that. I just need to hold on for one more day. But the truth is, we have to kind of, when you go to the bank and you get this pre-approval, so remember, you can go on our system to get pre-approved, mappphq.com. Write it down, Tony, put it in the chat. You can go on that app that we built for ourselves, and it allows you to be pre-approved on your WhatsApp, right? Pre-approved just by uploading your documents and so on. mappphq.com. Now, when you go and get pre-approved, remember that the pre-approval is the bank's assessment of what you qualify for based on what you tell them, information you tell them, based on their criteria. So one bank's criteria may be different from another bank's criteria. Which is why sometimes you go to one bank, you don't get the loan, you go to the other bank, you get the loan. Right? Simple as that. The criteria may be different just by the length of time they're willing to give you this loan. Could be the interest rate, it could be so many things. Alright? No. You're still gonna need to get the property valued and the survey and all of this, right? But the pre-approval only gives you a borrowing range, how much you can borrow. It tells you that you can buy, the bank will lend, well, I shouldn't say buy, but the bank will lend you 10 million or 40 million if you find a property, right? Tells you that. But it doesn't tell you if when you take out 200,000 every month to pay the mortgage, how comfortable is that for you? Can you really take out 200,000 out of your $400,000 net pay to pay the mortgage? You have 2 children going to school. You already have a car, you haven't put gas in it. There are just so many things. You have an emergency, like what happened to me. You're driving and all of a sudden you find yourself in somebody's back. As I'm glad for the car I'm driving now. What's it called again? MG? Boy, the car bad, man. 3 times it stopped me already from going at somebody's back. Because it has front collision. So when I was looking, when I was looking for a vehicle, I said, no, I need front collision. They kept telling me, oh, I have rear collision assist, rear collision. I said, no, I need front collision assist. And it's a lucky thing the MG came with that. The MG is sold by ATL, ATL. This is not a plug for them, I don't work there.
You just like the car.
I just love the car, seriously. I saw it actually. So I did my search online, I saw it. And then I sent Tony on to go look at the car. I didn't leave my office or my house, no. I said, Tony, go look at the car. And she did, and she said, yeah, Mom, it's alright. And Tony not even a driver, but she said, yes, it's alright.
No, I sat in the passenger seat and it was comfortable, so I was like, yeah, this can work.
so you want to make sure the seat comfortable?
Yeah, because I'm usually the one who has to sit down for hours with you in the car, so I want to make sure that's comfortable.
So you never asked to rep all the specs? Not like that?
No.
So,
in hindsight, I probably should have.
Well, but it's a beautiful car. It's cheap. Well, I would say it's reasonable. Comes with a warranty that you need. And have all the features that you need. But the only feature I really need is that collision assist.
And you seem to like that Android thing that it's connected to.
Yeah, Apple Play or something like that. Well, I have an Android, so it's connected to Android. So what it does, it's connected to the Android. So it gives me all my news, all my technology, all my business news, everything. Just boom, 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 right?
What I love though is that all the news starts with Trump. That was so funny.
That's so funny. There's another news that does that.
There's nothing else that's happening in the world.
Yeah, it's cool. But the thing is, can you afford this thing?
But that almost happened to you because when you bought your first car, you could afford a car, but you really couldn't afford the car.
I could afford a car if I wanted to, if I wasn't so low, prefer to buy real estate things.
When you bought a car, you bought a lot of real estate.
Yeah, you still have to pay deposit for real estate as opposed to fixing dollars per month. This bank has forgotten to tell you. They have forgotten to tell you. They have add insurance to that. So they have peril insurance to that. You can opt to add life insurance to that. So instead of 20,000 per month, now you're going to be paying about 26,000 per month.
True.
Right? So those are the added things that they don't tell you. All right. Now, what they also don't tell you is that your salary not going to move. So
They need to tell you that.
if you take this loan. So if you're earning 100,000 and you take this loan for 9 million, whatever, and you're paying 50,000 in mortgage, another 2,000-3,000 for insurance, so you pay 53,000. You only leave with 47,000. Then what? The car breakdown, instead of bus fare now you need to get about 50. But your lifestyle is 80,000. So, which is why you're going to default and you can't pay the loan. That happened to me the first property I bought. Same thing. I really couldn't afford the loan. But Richard stepped in and co-signed the loan. So then I could now, on paper, afford it. But I was the one who had to pay the mortgage. Out of my liquor pay every month. So, you know, every month we gone behind. And back in the day, it was so good. The Victoria Mutual lady came every month. Miss Davis, you know that you're behind.
Yeah, but to be fair, back in the day, people weren't really buying homes, were they? Like that.
No, it took them long to sell off a subdivision.
Right, so the banks kind of really had to work with who is in front of them.
Yeah. But the bank wasn't giving you the loan if you couldn't afford it. Just the same. Because they turned me down just the same. This was 1989. And then she turned me down like I didn't have enough points. Victoria Mutual did turn me down. And so did JN.
But I'm sure now our rep for the bank is not going to come to your house and say, Miss Davis, what's happening?
Oh no, man. They come back an email. And then after that, the email stopped. And then you see the action in the paper one day. $10,000 per month or per week.
Or they have a pad now.
Or
throwing.
Yes. The bank don't know that, guys.
So the bank probably don't know that you love going movies and dinners and
a party on Friday. Alright? So what you need to ask yourself is, yes, I qualify for this, but once you get that letter in your hand, ask yourself now, can I afford? What price house can I afford? So even though they said they're lending you 40 million, fine, that's good, lending 40 million. Payback is going to be 200,000. I'm not so sure, I'm just talking off the top of my head.
There's nowhere 40 million is at 200,000.
Yeah, it's more like a 400,000. So, you have to make sure you do the maths in your household. Can I afford it? And if it comes to it, it's not a $40 million house you're buying, guys. It's a 20 million. Yes? Or a 30 million. That's the sensible thing to do. However, caveat here. I've never done that.
You buy at the tilt.
I buy at the hilt. I buy up to the hilt. But that's because a couple of things will happen to you. You must be prepared to go and earn more money. That's one. So if you're buying up here at 40 million and you know that 400,000 that you pay will stump you, you must be prepared to earn more money.
It's not even that it's going to stump you, it's just it's going to make you slightly uncomfortable.
Slightly? Yeah. Trust me, when the first light bill come and water bill come, you can't pay. And then worse if you buy a new house and have new house problem, as Tony says. So tell them what is new house problem.
Grill.
Yeah, we're going to fork out 200,000 for grill the place.
Garbage bin.
Yes. Curtain rod.
Curtain rod.
Then you gotta know, you gotta say, boy, I need some AC.
Light fixtures, fans.
Yeah.
What to do with the yard.
Yes.
It's not fenced, it's not grass, there's no paving, there's just like, you're just like in this dirt.
Yes. So those costs need to be factored in. How do you just move in and tough it out, which you're gonna try and do? But invariably what happens is that some persons now using the money, not realizing this mortgage coming every month. Right? You try to buy grass, gravel, this, that, and do all kind of fancy things, and you don't increase your income.
You really should tough it out for the first 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, and see what it's gonna really look like.
You should tough it out for a year. Meaning, you do the basics.
Which is?
Put in the current rod and move in. If it's a new house you want,
Yeah.
right? Put in the current rods. And call your friend and family if you install them to don't pay people to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you can walk and beg everybody a one curtain rod money to if you not. So put in the curtain rods, move in. If it's a new house you bought. I've seen new houses go up for auction. It tells me that the people who bought it did not do the maths on it.
Yeah.
Right? So these other costs you actually forget that you have, right? Now the original cost, you have the closing cost statement. So
You want me to bring them up?
yeah, so you have to remember that when you're buying a property, it's not just a deposit, guys. I've had persons come to me with, boy, I'm just have them deposit. Adam have no deposit. So the deposit is 500, I have to send them, go beg. You need up to $1 million, go beg that because you're going to need more money to do this thing, right? So you have your deposit. Deposit these days is 5%. If you're buying land, you're going to find that deposit can go up as high as 25%, right? You also have some government fees, which are, if you're a buyer, you're just looking at your 2,500 stamp duty. The government has been very good in bringing that down. And you have a registration fee, which is 0.25%. It's 0.50%, but you only pay 0.25, you pay half. So it's 0.25%. That's the registration to the National Land Agency to process the title, right? Then, so those are government fees. You also have your attorney's fee that you're going to pay. Attorneys can charge you 3%. You also have bank processing fees. Those can be 2% or higher or lower. So everything is dependent on the institution, on the lawyer. If it's a new house you're buying, there will be escalation. So if you buy a new house, you buy a new land, there's going to be an escalation. The maximum escalation can be 10%. So you're going to ensure that you back that up. Now, some persons like new construction because they can save that escalation money over the 1 year or 2 year that they're waiting on. They can save the attorney's fee, save the bank processing fee, because those fees don't come into play until the developer is actually ready to close the sale. Alright? Are these figures calculated on something?
Yeah.
Are they seen your screen?
Yeah. So on a 20 million property.
20 million, okay. So this person deposited 10%, which is 2 million. Escalation was 2 million. Or the deposit 1 million, 5% down payment.
Mm-hmm.
Escalation was 2 million. So you see, you buy a property with 20 million. Maximum escalation is 10%, which is 2 million. So you will need to save that or have that before you even start. Right? Then your stamp duty and all of those fees come into play. So how much is the total closing cost? That's your legal fee at what, 3%? No.
Mm-hmm.
Attorney's fee, 600.
Yeah.
20, yes, 3%. And so your attorneys have GCT, some will have it, some won't. It depends on who you use. And valuation, if it's a new property, you may pay for valuation up front and your closing costs, and your surveyor's ID, you pay for those. So the total that you're going to need for closing costs is 949, but this is not adding the escalation of 2 million. Alright, so this is just 940 to you.
And you need another 400,000 for the loan itself.
And you need, oh yes, that's what's included in that.
Mm-hmm.
So you need, so this is the 2% for the processing fee?
Yeah.
Okay, plus GCT.
And this is not adding the other stuff. You may add like peril insurance and life insurance
So
and
that-
those things.
Right. So you see what we're talking about. Now, You're gonna need that up front even before you get the key in your hand. Those of you who are buying a straight NHD house tend not to have all these costs. Am I correct? You pay a deposit and you're good. Well, when we were doing building and all that, we didn't have these costs. NHD charge 5% processing fee, but it's added to your loan, so you don't really pay it out of pocket. But you have to pay for your valuation and your survey.
Okay.
Correct?
Right, you have to bring those into them.
Yeah. But I don't know how it is with new properties. I know they handed over some properties at Waltham the other day, but I don't know anybody who actually got one. So I'm not so sure how that
Out there
works.
saying most times the developer waives the escalation fee.
Most times, where you get
Is there a cost to have REAL to find land for you? How does that process work?
not really. Buyers agents, call them buyers agents, so they don't really charge. So when we sell the property for somebody, that seller pays us. But the buyer's agent, so like Tony's a buyer's agent, so no, Tony doesn't charge you to find the property for you. Although Tony tends to want to sell the properties that we have for sale, like Palmetto Pines and Villanova and Ecosdale, Norwich, and those properties that we already have in our system to sell. But WhatsApp us, Tony, and tell you, put your number in the chat. 370-8138, that's Tony Ann's number. You can reach out to her, tell her what you want, and see if she can help find it for you. Alright, and of course, you know she's going to ask you all these questions. You have pre-approval, you have cash, you have deposit, you have closing
I
costs.
keep it simple and just figure out how much they have saved so far
Yeah.
and what the pre-approval is, right? Don't scare them off yet, and just ensure that what they have saved is over the deposit requirement.
Yeah.
And say, okay, you may need to start looking towards saving an extra 20,000 here, because you know you have valuation, survey, and lawyer fee, but for the most part, we can start the process now.
Right. So usually after this, the whole you buy this place and you're happy. Sometimes after that now is where you're having this big outlay. So you might work in Kingston, I used to live in Kingston, and then you go buy in Spanish Town. Guys, you're gonna have more transportation costs. Right? So you have to look for ways around that. Look for the JUTC bus that is coming in the scheme, but it's coming in at 5 a.m. in the morning.
I think that's what scares Kingston people the most.
Yeah.
Waking up before
Waking up
daylight.
before daylight. When we went to Spanish Town, that was a shock too. We had to catch this bus at 5 a.m. Man, that was crazy. But you know, thinking back about it, it wasn't difficult.
No, it just became your day.
Yeah, it wasn't
It just
difficult.
became something you did.
Yeah, so before you have to do it, and then you said, geez, this thing is gonna stress me out or whatever. But when you're actually in it, guys, it's easy breezy, right?
And you everything about you just gets used to it.
Yeah. If you're buying in the gated community, you're also gonna have maintenance charges. Don't forget that one. Once them say the place gated and one security posts, even if nothing else in there, you're going to pay for that. Right? I remember I told you already that they're adding insurance to this thing. Property insurance and life insurance. That's gonna be added. Now for some strange reason, when you own the property, even when it come brand new, the repairs,
Yes.
yeah, the repairs get to me all the time. I'm like, but this place is 6 months, just 6 months. After 6 months, can you do get a 6 months grace period, right? But after the 6 months is up, look out for it. So these things are gonna happen, right? I should caution you, those of you who are going into this thing and you know your budget is tight, stay away from hire purchase, please.
What do you mean?
Hire purchase furniture. You have to stay away from that. You
Well,
can't
you
add an
shouldn't
next bill.
You really shouldn't be buying any furniture
Yeah,
for the first 6 months. That's a big issue that people make. Like,
yeah,
as they get the new house, they put in the 80-inch television.
yeah.
You really need
You
to
go,
not do that.
you go to the furniture place and you buy out the whole place like you never have a bed and you never have a dresser, you never have this. Budget for it. So while you're waiting to get the house, save up your money. Save up your money. Walk into the place and buy cash, man. And these days you don't need a whole lot of things, right? The bed and one side table is enough.
I know. You should also talk to those persons who are purchasing land, because I hear it a lot at Palmetto, and I've tried to caution our buyers. Because they're waiting on Palmetto, they are depositing money at the hardware.
Yes, don't do that, guys.
Right, and don't do that.
Don't do that. Do not do that. Put your money in the bank and every month you put it there. Put it on a little fixed deposit and add to it every month. Don't deposit any money at the hardware. Remember, you don't know what other costs are coming for you to pay for your closing costs, right? Also, you're going to have a 3 to 6 months period when you're waiting on your approvals as well. You don't want to do that. Plus, you want to be able to shop around for your prices.
Right.
You know, there's some hardwares that tell you a load of sand, a load of that 100 bag of cement, this is the price. And when you check it out, it's really lower than if you did go buy from this hardware.
Right.
Right? And there's a transportation cost too. So usually we want to go with hardwares that are the closest to where you're building. So if you deposit on a hardware in Kingston and you buy Palmetto Pines in Spanish Town, that don't make no sense. Forget that one. You don't need to be depositing any money at any hardware. Alright? And many of you will be probably going back to NHT to get the loan for the building owner. NHT will give you, I think it's 20% to start the process. And it's that money now that you use to buy a sand and gravel, cement and whatever. What I would say to you, and that's what we do, that's what I do when I know I'm going into construction. So I'll be going into construction soon too. Hopefully by January I can start. I look at what I'm building, so I say, okay, I'm building a 4-bedroom house, maybe 1 story, 2 story, whatever. I look at each bathroom. So I start with the bathroom first. Say, all right, what the bathroom need? You're going to need a faucet for the basin. You're going to need a mixer for your shower, right? You may say you put it in a pedestal or you want to put it in a cabinet. You're going to need a toilet. You're going to need even mirror on the wall. You're going to need those towel holders and those things. Buy that and put them under your bed. Don't buy the toilet, too heavy to move around. Right? So don't buy that. But you can buy your faucets. So what you can do, if you look at some 4-bathroom, walk into any hardware, look.
Steph, here's a question. How soon after sale agreement is signed does the buyer pay the deposit? Should be immediately.
Immediately, same time, because the agreement is not good without the deposit.
Right, you should be sending the receipts for the deposit with your signed
Sale agreement, yeah. The first clause in the sale agreement tells you that this agreement comes into effect when you sign and pay the deposit. It says that. I learned that in paralegal school. Right?
Someone's also asking.
So you must pay at the same time.
How do I register to see MLS listings? Oh, just contact us with your email address and we'll add you to the system.
So only agents can see MLS listings like that. But yes, we can add it to the system. So guys, you have to understand that the costs that are coming behind you owning this house is a real thing, right? the repairs and this and all of that. No. As I tell you, when I'm buying a property, I go all out. I just want to buy it and get it over with. The Bible will tell you must count the cost before you start build. I've never built a house and have the full cost in front of me. But I have the start cost. Right?
But you have an idea.
No, never say, I need, like how I said also I need 50 million, but I don't have the real cost in front of me. I don't put my pen to paper, nothing.
Oh, so you don't know how much 50 million is going to actually get you on the ground.
No. So, the thing is, when it comes to the real estate, it's kind of, there are costs coming here, there and everywhere, right? No other commodities like that. When you buy bread, you just pay one money to eat your bread. Next biggest thing you might buy is a car. You buy a car, you know, so the bank has said 20,000 a month, pay 20,000 a month. Worse if you buy a new car. With new car, it's just a monthly payment that come every month. And then your maintenance every 5,000 or 10,000.
And then the
Depending
gas.
on who, the type, the brand. So with the MGs every 10,000. So I know that when come at me every 10,000 kilometers that I drive, right? And you know the gas, regular gas. But you're not going to have engine parts for change and this and that, which is why I'm all about new vehicles now. Even though you're taking a liquid depreciation. But like me, I don't drive car because it's an asset. I drive it because it's part of an expense of me doing business. That's what it is, right? But because of the business I'm in, I need to have a reliable vehicle. So the house though, it comes with costs attached to the front end. It comes with costs attached to the middle, and it comes with costs attached to the back end. So it's kind of unique in that way. But the good thing is that you're spending all this money, yeah. But because of the inflationary economy that we live in, the property goes up, even if you don't change the front door. Alright?
Somebody had a question. Why opening a bank account in Jamaica takes a lifetime? Makes no sense. It's crazy.
It don't take a lifetime. We own bank account, we just sit in front of the branch, the man same time, sign the documents and move. Why is it taking you a lifetime? Is it that you don't have everything you need? You have to walk into the bank with everything that they ask you for.
Yeah.
You can't go in there and wing it. I don't see it taking a lifetime. It's when you don't have, somebody says we're buffering. Are you still buffering?
Yeah, so when this icon here goes red, is when we're buffering.
Oh, you're not buffering anymore?
No, it's red, we're buffering a little, yeah.
So what do you need to do?
I can't do anything, that's just the internet.
Come on, Tony, you have Starlink. What do you mean?
I know, and I'm directly connected, so I don't understand. And there's sun shining today, so I'm not even sure why we'd be buffering.
Come on, you have Starlink, you cannot be buffering.
See, it's back up now.
Maybe a little breeze and blow your thing outside.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, thank you, Love Morgan. Yeah, so we should not be buffering now. I see we have full bars now. And to think we have Starlink, we even paid for it. How much? Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wait, you said that like Starlink is free, we even paid for it?
Yeah. No, we had to buy the device. If you get Flow and Digital, you have to buy the device. Just pay monthly and go on.
No, you pay a rental for the box.
Which is how much? Isn't that part of the monthly?
No, it's a little additional fee on it.
Oh, but it's small. But with Starlink, you have this big outlay. Okay, so we're back. So, the expense. No, I was answering a question about the.
I heard opening it from New York. That's probably why.
That's probably why. But it's online. So they do set up online systems for you to do that.
I know, but you remember this is Jamaica.
Mhm.
You get more stuff done when you're directly in front of a
people.
person.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to get things done without being in front of, well, I don't know. Jamaicans don't need to get with it. Seriously.
I think it's our culture because we're such a people, personality,
Touchy-feely.
feeling type of culture.
Yeah.
You get more stuff like this whole online thing is like to get Jamaicans to check an email for anything is pulling teeth sometimes. Like
Yeah.
email is the last thing we want to look
Yeah,
at.
one of our WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm reading lots of repetitive, what's the word I'm looking for?
Repetitive.
Documents.
Mhm. Yeah, that might take you a while because you're overseas, so they have to do them due diligence and you're not in front of them, so they don't even know them. It's a real person.
Jam says from overseas it's cumbersome. The
Mhm.
requirements to open overseas compared to Jamaica are miles apart.
Yeah.
And that's because we don't have access to your information.
Mhm.
Which is why we have to, and you know we don't have the whole scamming thing in Jamaica, so we have to take extra and extra steps if it's someone who's overseas trying to open a local account.
The easiest way to open a local account here though is to take a mortgage.
Yeah, because they've already done all that
They will
due
open their
diligence for the mortgage.
Yeah, and they will open the account for you same time.
Mhm.
So that's the easiest way. If you really want to open an account, take a little loan. It's sad to say, but with online, I'm trying to think though. Is it that so people who live overseas, they want to save in Jamaica, I would imagine.
Yes.
Why they would want to open an account here?
Why?
I'm just wondering. Are our interest rates higher? Why would you want to save here?
No, probably just put the land in the nest egg for future.
Oh,
And then maybe even save the deposit or everything, the money's already here.
it's already here. I don't know.
And the money's a little further away from temptation.
From temptation. Well, I don't know. I've never been tempted to open an account overseas.
You know.
Well, we have had accounts overseas because we've lived there. We have lived, like when you went to Six Flags, you had to open an account, right? But they won't open the account for you.
No, I had to go into the bank.
You had to go into the
but
bank,
I had a
but it was simple. You had a
letter
letter.
and my ID, yeah.
You're there for work. So I guess it's easier if you're in a country and you're there and you're working and stuff. But maybe for us to try to open an account in New York from here, it would probably be difficult.
Oh, I definitely think so.
I don't know. I've never tried it. Maybe just as cumbersome from here, me open an account from here to over there. Although I saw ad saying them can't give them a social security. I don't even know if that's a scam. Alright, so yes, you need to know the costs going in. The Bible tells you that. Figure out the costs before you go in. But what advice you want to give the people? That they must really put pen to paper and know them can afford. The truth is, I've sold to persons who have zero.
Your slide says 5 signs the house may be too expensive.
Yeah, but we have bought things that were too expensive. The first house I bought was too expensive for my income. It was. Which is why I'm kind of having this conflict in my brain.
So here's the thing. Yes, the house may be, so your mortgage and your deposit is covered and you can do evaluation and survey from your monthly pay, etc. Right? The cost that you're really talking about is that monthly mortgage payment
Yeah.
plus now living in that house with those new expenses and those new inputs you have to do for the house, right? That can be as expensive or as cheap as you make it, right? So when you look at it, is because that mortgage is now at the highest end, maybe 50% of your pay, right? You're gonna be living on a lot less plus those new expenses. So which is why I'm saying it gets uncomfortable real fast. So you have to decide either to live with the uncomfortableness or do what you do, mommy, and earn more.
Those things.
Especially if you're coming from renting an apartment or
Yeah.
something, and all of a sudden all these bushes growing around you.
So,
And you buying a gated and a association right here.
yeah, right. You have to pay the monthly fee. So, though it gets uncomfortable, but I'm here to tell you that you pull through.
Mm-hmm.
You pull through. It's not how many times you get hit though, it's how much time you get up. You pull through. Because I remember my mortgage started to back up to 1990. I got the mortgage and inflation started to fly and everything just went haywire.
Mm-hmm.
It was because inflation flied, the light bill gone up, the water bill gone up, the food bill gone up, all these things start going up. And what happens, it overpowers you down, you can't pay your mortgage, right? Because you have to eat food and you want to keep all the light and these things, you start to, instead of you pay $1,500 a month time, you have to pay $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And your fridge break down and you have to fix the fridge and you have to take the money out of that and it's just a juggling thing. But I would say it is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It is worth it to buy the property, but temper yourself a little. So if it is that them tell you can afford 40 million, 50 million, but when you really look at the money you have to pay back every month, it's not going to fly because you're not willing to put these kids in primary school. You're not willing to not drive and take the bus. You're not willing to not go to jail garden every weekend or whatever it is that you do with the money. Then you have to decide to buy a cheaper house.
Alright, so Stab is agreeing with you. I also tell people just because you qualify for 40 million doesn't mean you have to purchase a house for 40 million.
Right.
Look for a $30 million house instead. Give yourself breathing room.
Right. Right.
The thing is, 40 million is the neighborhood they want to live in. That's the thing.
Yeah, where they want to live. But as I tell groups upon groups, guys.
Because, I mean, when you think about it, Mom, 40 million gets you to Oak Estate in Portmore, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 gets you to Phoenix.
Mhm.
It's very different communities.
Very different. Chalk to cheese. Chalk to cheese. But that may be your affordability. Because you have university still like one and you have to pay for that. You have some kids when you still have to deal with.
I know, but
This
I
other person may not have that. So they
I can see
afford
the
to do
hardship though, because your pre-approval is saying 40, so technically you can get Oak.
that. In your mind.
Yeah, but you really know it's the Phoenix. You really know it's the Phoenix.
And the Phoenix is not so bad, guys. Go in there and enjoy yourself. Same house.
It is
Make
not.
it comfortable.
It is not the same house.
Well, you make it comfortable for yourself. Put in your AC, your fans, and this and that. You make it comfortable. When you're inside, it's not where you are. You determine that. You and your family, right? You could have lived in a shed. Is you determine if you're happy or not, right?
Staffy says, I sometimes find some banks and realtors see your budget and only show you homes in that price range. As the buyer, you dictate what you want to spend.
Right. If you, yeah. I usually ask that question, so how much you really want to spend? It don't make sense to look at all these big affordable things and you can't, really and truly you can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the bank doesn't know your true cost of living. That's the thing, you know. They don't know your true cost of living. So when you are doing this budget for your house hunting purposes, you are to write down every little dollar that you spend every day.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. How else are you going to add up the cost? How else? How else are you going to know how much you can afford if you don't get into it with your income and expenditure statement? You're gonna drop the income and expenditure statement.
Let me see if I can find it.
Can you drop it in the chat so they can grab it? And your buyer's closing cost statement, did we upload it to our website so they can get it, or
No, it's not on the website.
it's nowhere? Alright everybody, I should tell you too that I do give talks at companies. If you have a club, like Rotary Club or anything, any groups, you can invite me and I will come and give a talk about real estate, how to buy and so on. You can invite me, just don't invite me for the rest of this month. Because this month actually we're on vacation. So what's it?
You're on vacation.
So what's it? This week.
You're on vacation?
We won't be in Kingston, but
That doesn't mean we're on
vacation,
vacation.
you know. Call us and use WhatsApp and email same way.
The thing is,
But
because
all this time what happened? Why I'm saying that? Because all this time I'm booked with my grandsons. So I have to show for them to their swimming classes. So I'm booked for August. So don't book me for any speaking engagements for August. That's what I'm saying. But September I'm good.
okay, so Eve wants to know, is there any way to know the true value of a house before valuation is done? Example, a 2-bedroom house in Phoenix Park.
Can't tell you that easy. 2-bedroom unimproved, 30 million.
Right,
We're
but
talking about resale, 30 million. If them start adding to the things to it, then the price go up. But base price, 30 million.
right. And it's not really,
That is unimproved.
it's not really.
And if it have the bigger land, if it have the land space bigger, it's more than 30 million. We're talking about resale, we're not talking about from the developer.
Right.
So you want to know how you can know. Are they allowed to buy that program that NLA have? Or is only realtors and valuers can buy it?
I'm not sure. I don't remember having to state that I was a realtor to buy it. I think I just subscribed.
Can't subscribe to some. It's called, what the hell is it called again?
Stuffy says, when I bought a house, my biggest shock wasn't the mortgage payment, it was the furnishing. Boy, me nearly dead. Yes, the furnishing.
Furnishing, man.
Oh,
Furniture, man, get you every time. And then, why, I don't know, you tend to want the nicest things, you know.
my biggest thing was, and we
It reached me too. It reached
the
me too.
dining table.
No kidding. I walk into Ashley, was it?
I don't remember where you were.
Ashley.
And I said, no, Mom, no. And you're like, yes.
I fell in love with it. It's so easy to fall in love with the furniture and to just see it in this new house that you just get. That is a runaway train.
I know, and the thing is, because the house is new, you just don't want to put the old rock in it.
No. But
Staffy says, AA windy fans that I bought from the store in Retirement Road. Homemade furniture, stove, washing machine, grill, millions of dollars. Yup, Staffy, millions.
millions. Yeah, so you have to. I might not see it. Click.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for. I find the thing, but it's not.
Maybe I can show it as well.
No, it's not connecting. So we are allowed to subscribe to us. Well, so we have our database from the MLS where we can go and look at past sales, which is what we use sometimes. So you can ask an agent to check. If you're working with a buyer's agent, she can check the past sales and tell you what was the sale price. She can tell you that.
What is the service called though? That
It's called, scroll down. That's it, jump rope.
where are you looking? Oh, here. Okay.
But I'm not seeing it.
Stop paying rent,
I
build.
took it down. Are you not using it anymore? That's not understand. It links out to something else.
Oh, but that's not working.
Yeah. So that's a service that you could subscribe to, but you only do that if you're a realtor,
Yeah, it's
value and so on, because you just want to know a one-off value of a property. Ask your real estate agent to check the comps. Something like Phoenix, they would have had those comps on the system because those houses sell all the time.
right.
If it's somewhere that's unique, no, maybe not, but a Phoenix and a Caribbean Estates and
Yeah, those
all of those gated
communities.
communities that are cookie cutter, they would have comps for those like, wow.
Mhm.
So,
It's only if your house is like very unique.
yeah,
Or an older community that doesn't resale.
that doesn't resale often, right? Or the houses. So those houses are cookie cutter, I call them cookie cutter because all of them look the same.
Mm-hmm.
There are some communities that are not cookie cutter because the person's custom built their house.
Like a cherry gardens.
Right. So value is in the eyes of the beholder. Who knows? Right? Any more questions? Sorry. Alright. Let me try and wrap this up. So as I'm going through this, yes, you need to check the costs. So you either want to play it safe or you want to take the risk. Tony, which one would you do?
You want to take the risk.
You want to take the risk, even if this thing looks like you can't afford it.
If you can afford the first half of it, which is buying the house,
Yeah,
take the risk.
take the risk. Yeah,
Take that risk.
take that risk and get the property. Because if you don't have a property, you want other problems to solve.
Right.
Right, now you want some problem to solve. In life, when things too smooth sail, no. You want some excitement.
Not
You
only
want to
that,
like cut off and you're sleeping
we're
regardless.
Jamaican society is that as soon as you get the keys or whatever to that house,
Yeah,
if you can just hold out for a year.
you can hold out for a year or two, it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
It gets better. So one of the things is that your mortgage will probably stay the same for the most part.
No, it doesn't.
No, it will stay the same as long as the banks are. What happens every time BOJ raises up the interest rate, the banks follow suit.
Right.
So and when BOJ drops the interest rate, they don't follow suit as fast. That's a problem.
Have they ever followed suit in the reverse?
No.
Right, because I don't remember my mortgage going
No,
down.
they follow suit. They follow suit. Yeah, because I've had mortgages going on. Remember, I started taking mortgages at 18.75%. So I have a little bit longer history than you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have mortgages up to like they were 12, 13, 14%. And I had to write Jamaica National, ask them to drop them.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is like, I get a letter saying your mortgage has increased. I don't get any letters about mortgage has decreased.
Because you don't have the longevity in it yet. They're not sending you any letter to say your mortgage has decreased. You are to know when the interest rates fall, write the bank.
Mhm.
As long as you're not in default, write the bank and ask them to reduce your interest rate and they will.
Oh.
But when you ask them to reduce the interest rate, you also want to tell them to keep your payments the same.
Mm.
Because they may reduce your interest rates and extend the period of the loan because they want to get more money out there.
I think that happened to me. Because I remember I had a loan, I was paying 85,000 something. And then all of a sudden, my loan is 78,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they dropped the loan interest rate?
But extended the period.
They extended the period? Did you ask them to drop the interest rate?
That's what I'm trying to remember if I did that.
So
Or they just rescheduled it for some reason.
for some reason. Yeah, so the bank will do that to you. So the lower interest rate make it look good. So what they will do, they will say, okay, say, people have a little hard time to pay back loan, Let us do something. And they automatically just do it. And you look at it and you say, oh, I'm going to pay 79,000 now. And you continue. Because you glad now say it's not 85.
Yeah.
Are you paying the 79 without even questioning it, right? Not realizing that the little extra 6,000 that you really could have paid instead of a Burger King or a KFC every month, you could have paid, continue to pay the 6,000. You would have been out of the loan quicker. But
that happened to my NHT as well during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right, they dropped it to 11,000 if I remember correctly.
They drop it automatic
Yeah.
without you even asking for this
Yeah.
thing. So you have to pay attention to that. When that happens, you need to examine it. Do I really need this lower payment per month? If you don't need it, then they must reverse it. Or they take the extra money, extra 6,000, and go in there and pay it on the principal every month. That way you're still canceling the loan.
Okay.
Alright? So, some common things that people think. The lender would not approve you if you could not afford it. The lender is only looking at a certain criteria. Their criteria. Whatever that is. Alright? You only need a deposit. Remember, it's deposit plus closing costs plus living costs. So what comes after is your living costs, light bill, water bill, all these things that you have to pay. When you live in a property, you own it, you're not responsible for the maintenance, you can't call the landlord anymore. Pipe burst, this happen, that. Alright? And you have to caution yourself to some person say, I'm going to buy it because it's an increase in the value. Firstly, there's nothing that says it's going to increase in value. That's the first thing. It's not a guarantee. It has been happening in our lifetime. But in the 70s, the values actually went down.
Right.
Right? It's just that we've been lucky to be in this time where the prices have keep going up. But anything can happen and price just go down. Right? So don't think that, oh, it's going to increase in value, so I want to get it. No. And second thing, the increase in value doesn't mean anything to you if you're not selling. If you're not selling the property and the property move from 20 million to 30 million, how does that help you?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. And you're going to tell me, oh, but it's equity, Claudia, and I can take a loan on it. Take what kind of loan? You can't even pay the first loan that you have. So, guys, remember that Norma, you're late, man. You are so late to this party. All the champagne done, no. So, guys, buy the property. It's all over.
Isn't there a song that says that?
Checkmate.
It's all over.
I don't know that song. So, you have to, the race is on to find the oil. Remember, countries that find oil, game changer. Go and read up on them. Only per country you find oil. What happened afterwards? In the short term, everybody's happy. But you're not prepared for the rush that's going to happen. Everybody from all over the world coming to Jamaica now. Everybody's coming. All never even hear about Jamaica know it now. And then they must say land in the US and then land cheap, so they must start buying, that's so the price will go up. So. Right? We saw the rush happen in the pandemic. when the pandemic was happening, everybody said, oh, better me there Jamaica with land. Can just go on mountain top and I can take up myself and I can juke something so I want to be in time making me a food, and we have all kind of food that throw away a stone pup here now. Stone dog as the mother say. So we're definitely not short of food. When the hurricane blew, we were worried that we might not have enough food. Boy, now we have too much to drop out the way, same way.
We had a food shortage during the hurricane?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember some vegetarian restaurants saying you can't get extra helpings of certain things, but the bare minimum was there.
Yeah, we have everything just the same. The only thing, my favorite mango trees and palmetto pies did not come back in. I don't know why.
Yeah, they didn't come in this year.
Everything blew away, so no, I would have been picking up mangoes like crazy. So none of those mango trees came. Actually, 10 of them and not one came in. So
One looks like it's coming. One nearest the well.
Oh, it's coming back?
Yeah.
I will never get no pear,
Yeah.
no avocado pear. But the rest of the island have. So it's not a matter of we don't have a shortage. Just that mango tree doesn't have here. But guys, you cannot not buy. That's not an option. That's not an option. You cannot not buy.
Zoe says, I have surely missed you and the show. I just want to say that another expense is when you're living in a gated community, your HOA fees will go up over time.
Oh, that one, yes, for sure. And it's like they want to raise that every year.
Well, to be fair,
To do what with
the
the
expenses are going up every year. The security service, the garbage collection, the people who are doing the gardening, those services are going up.
And half the population indicated don't pay them maintenance.
I do wonder though, if you decide to live in a gated, why are you paying the maintenance?
Yeah. Why? It's just a human nature thing. So we have palmetto pines coming up, which same thing, going to have to pay maintenance. There's Villanova, there's Ecostate. All of these are gated communities. I'm really wondering now if we really need to go back to the days of non-gated. I've been thinking about that and saying to myself, maybe we should get back to the days of non-gated. And
And it's the gated for the apartment complex.
yeah, and not only that, just gate the amenity area. Just restrict the amenity area and commercialize the amenity area. Because the truth is the homeowners don't seem to want to pay for whatever services, really. And if you leave it home, the garbage collection come through, same way. NWC have to fix your pipe. JPS have to fix the problem if there's a problem. It is the fear. It is the fear of, it's a security fear. This is the high level of security risk that we think that is driving this whole, put up this big wall around the ski.
I know, but I mean, do gated communities keep you any safer?
No, that's the thing.
I mean, if a criminal element wants to break into your house, I think they can still jump the wall and go and break into your house and jump back over the wall.
Yeah, easy.
If the criminal element want to harm you personally, they just wait until you drive out
Right.
to harm you.
Yeah.
The only thing I see gated communities do is if that you don't want to talk to a certain person, it restricts that person from accessing you because you know everybody who can come to your gate have to stop at the security first to announce themselves. So you won't get any just idle people just driving by the house. Oh, I see you at home and stop by to visit you.
Or come on up and get a big things.
Yeah.
So, this is the thing.
The only thing I miss though is like with the gated is that there are no church people, there's no like Jehovah Witness coming by, nothing like that. You almost feel so isolated. It's like, where's the line?
There's nobody selling anything to.
Yeah, like
You know, I mean,
you don't hear the cleaner man ride by on his bicycle.
nothing.
You're just like in your house, so isolated.
Yeah, like yesterday I was at the bar and I saw the ice cream man came, right? Kids were out buying ice cream and all that. I said, no, I'm gated. So I am of two minds. If the gated communities are really all that they're made up to be,
Luxury
have we put ourselves behind these walls and isolated ourselves, right? Certainly for persons who will be building their own homes and their own land and so on, just like Cherigans and them building their own gate and have their own remote and take care of their own security and people accessing their house, right?
Staffy wants to know, peril and home insurance is ridiculously expensive. I don't think it is worth it. What do you think? Plenty businesses and people haven't been paid out for the Melissa claims. It's shambolic.
Oh, you know that they haven't been paid out. Where you get that story from? I cannot think of an insurance company right now who would not have paid out the claim.
For Melissa?
Yeah, unless the claim is fictitious and over.
Or maybe it's just a lot of claims to process now.
No, it's not. This is what, August, almost a year later. Mama, they must have paid out those claims already. Unless if they haven't paid out a claim, it's because they're questioning the claim. That it is maybe its price is too costly or you never had enough insurance in the first place to cover it.
Oh.
You understand? So I can't think. You have to know for sure. You have to tell me for sure that why there has to be some reason why they haven't paid out. Those insurance companies would have paid out already.
See there, Staffy says my parents are one of them, assessment and no money.
That's true where? NHD? Mean assessment and no money.
I guess they assess the damage
Yeah.
and the claim and don't pay out anything yet. I guess they're waiting. I can see that happening though, delays.
That's not supposed to happen, man. We're talking about a hurricane that happened last year, October.
But why do you think it can't happen?
It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, but things in
You're
Jamaica
not
are so
supposed-
slow.
that is why you have insurance, so that they can put you back in the position that you were. That is why you have insurance. So you can't wait, so why you paying insurance every month? To do what? Seriously, to do what then? No.
See, their Staffy says there are some news reports from businesses in St. Elizabeth, and I know of others.
First time, well, I don't follow Jamaican news to be honest. But if your parent is one of them who did not get by the money, then you need to step in and deal with that. Something seems off.
See there? Staffy said it was cheaper for me to just fix out a pocket.
Well, you never need the money then.
But she probably
How is
knows
it
her-
cheaper for you to fix out a pocket though? Cheaper meaning what?
Maybe time.
Can't be cheaper. So was the assessment too high? How can it be cheaper for you to pay out of pocket? You mean easier? That's the word you want to use, not cheaper. And two, people forget that there is a clause. So there's a clause, just like health insurance. The average clause or something like that. So there is a clause in your insurance peril. It's like if the roof is gonna cost $2 million to fix, you have to take out a part of your money out of your pocket to fix it.
Why?
Because they're not cover the whole thing.
Even if insurance cover 2 million?
You mean even if the estimate is $2 million, they're not covering everything. There's something called the average clause. Probably need to invite an insurer to come on here and talk. But, which is why, alright, so you own a block and steel house. What's the peril? Earthquake, hurricane, flooding. I live in a house that's been flooded.
Hurricane different from flooding? Oh.
Yeah, you can just have flood and no hurricane breeze, nothing.
Oh, you mean like a pipe burst and it flood out the house?
Yeah. Or you have flood waters. Rain fall too long and thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to assess what is your risk. So if you're in a slab roof, you're not worried about hurricane. Because hurricane can blow off a slab roof. So your risk are your windows, really. Not your doors. Your risk will be your windows. You have to say to yourself, to what should I be insuring? If you have panels on the roof like solar, maybe you say, okay, spend $1 million for that, but the panel them up there, how much them value? Because the rest of the system is in your house. The batteries and the inverter are in your house, right? So it's just the panels would have the risk of blowing off. So you're going to assess that risk. Then you're going to say to yourself, what else is the damage likely to happen for this property?
Oh, Staffy said it's cheaper in terms of the amount of money I pay annually versus the cost and time to make the repair. People cannot afford to wait for the house to decay further from no roof while they assess. I get you, Staffy.
Versus the cost and time to make the repair. I don't understand why that would have happened. I haven't heard anybody say they don't get them insurance money yet. Something is wrong. Why you don't get the money?
Yeah, I need to step in and see what's happening. Because can you still get it even though you self-repair the house?
Of course. Of course. Well, they have a legitimate claim, of course. You should try and get back and get the money out of them. That's why you pay insurance.
Monica says, if gated communities are eliminated, what would replace them? Neighborhood watch?
How many persons do you think in Jamaica live in gated communities?
Well, gated communities is a new concept.
Yeah, for the most part, we don't live in gated communities.
Mm-mm.
We don't. Where I'm talking to you from now is a gated community. I have a gully in front of me too.
You seem to like gullies though.
Yeah. I was a property of one of our gully.
I know.
So, what you used to do before gated? We don't live in gated communities in Jamaica like that. What percentage of the population you think live in
It's just
gated?
these new stuff.
Yeah.
It's just these new builds.
Yeah, I would say 90% of us don't live in no gated community.
That's changing though, because the developers seem to only be building gated.
Yeah, but them can build and build, but them are do infill. The rest of the neighborhood not gated.
True.
So when you're in a Havendale, you have a couple of complexes that are gated, but the rest of people only in the house are gated.
True.
Them are do infill. So most of us do not live in gated communities. We don't. Them love to talk about the Prime Minister house at Beverly Hills. He don't live in a gated. So we don't live in gated. It's just a middle class phenomenon as far as I'm concerned.
I'm honestly thinking it's the overseas market that has pushed so many gated
Gated,
communities in
yes.
Jamaica.
The overseas people. Yes. Because even the same, Camelot was not supposed to be gated. But then the overseas people start to cry out that they want gated. To go add on some money to the price. But we don't live in gated, that's just an illusion. You drive through the whole of Jamaica. 90% of us don't live in gated communities.
Let's answer a couple questions since we have 5 minutes left. Zoe says, I like being in a gated. You're right about safety. Nothing is 100% safe, but I like the peace and quiet. You have to have a good HOA board though. I know I don't like the peace and quiet.
Me either. I can't stand it.
It feels so lifeless, like there's nobody there.
Nobody. And with these gated, they live in there and the neighbor left, right, and in front end don't even exist.
I know I was
Oh,
with Sandra
seventeen.
and Xavier in the gated, and someone walked on the street with their child and was like, "Oh my God, there's other children in here."
So funny.
I was like, "Yes," but you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, right? Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like on the outside, people, you know your neighbor more.
Yeah, Staffy says, my parents are anti-gated. They want their freedom to do what they want and what they wish. If you want a goat, dog, or a puss, it's not for you.
No, certainly not, because I see people having problems with them dog in the gated.
Oh, if the dog barks too
Oh,
long.
yeah, no problem. I have a neighbor with some cats too. And his cats are always up on his, I don't see them from the other day, always on his top balcony just looking out.
Yeah,
They're so friendly.
it's because it's mating season for the dogs, so the cats are kind of keeping themselves
Keeping
safe.
themselves. Oh. Mm.
Staffy says, just find a nice middle class community that suits you and your needs.
Yeah. People clamor to go into the gated, but I don't know. It's a lot of, and then I get a feeling to that because people think they're paying their maintenance. Oh my God, they're so entitled to so many things. The slightest thing is like, who paid their money? Why is this happening?
They use it like a sword. Zoe says, I'm enjoying the peace and quiet because I'm old and tired and I need to sit down for a moment.
Yeah, but it's a different type of person. And I find that in the gate is a lot of single people.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of single persons living in the gate.
And maybe that's why they want the security, because they're alone.
They're alone. Yes, that's true. We don't tend to have a lot of families, especially in the higher priced gated. Yeah, so like in Richmond and so, there's a lot of single people who don't have a lot of family like that.
Staffy's asking, how's the HOA and community at Camelot? The HOA is very active at Camelot.
Someone said too active. Them just want peace and quiet. Like I said, them sent me an email about, oh, your grass needs to be cut. I'm like, there's actually somebody going around doing that.
No, but the way they said it, I thought maybe the house, like, it was grown all the way up to the windows and doors, but it was probably like a 2-inch out of line. So funny.
So funny. Some things that they do, I'm like, and sometimes these HOA board and whatever on this high horse, they step out the line.
Mm-hmm.
They step out the line. I'll give you an example. We see this thing in the chat. Oh, if you park on the street, your car will be towed and clamped. I'm like, are they serious? So I had to jump in the chat and say, no. Where did you get that authority to be talking about clamping and towing? Because that is a traffic. People can tow your vehicle and these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus you have to be parked in a no parking zone for them to do that, right?
So no, our streets are no parking zones.
They can't do that. The streets are public. That's another issue, guys. So you think you're in the gated and you think that you own the everything in the gate, you own the road and everything behind the wall is yours. It is not. First of all, if that gated community has handed over, the roads are for the parish council. It's public road. So when you want it fixed, you'll call the parish council. The drains, the sewage, the water belongs to NWC. When the pipe bursts, NWC are called to fix it. Right? So therefore, this ownership over the lords and the this and the that. You must consult before you send down edicts. And this is one of the things that I find with gated community leaders. There's no consultation and no, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't temper themselves, put themselves in the shoes of the other person.
But I don't get it. Aren't these homeowners association made up of residents?
That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily residents, but people who own property in there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, oh, you set up a rule. You don't think so you have to follow the same rules. You set up a rule that's arbitrary, so say, I tell people so them can tow your vehicle if them find it on the roadside. I'm gonna say, no. Your bylaws will give you that authority. You know, it says that we're not to park on it, but it does not give any sanctions. And besides, you can't tow anybody or clamp anybody. It's a public road. So when you go into a plaza, that ground belongs to the plaza people. So them can't clamp you. But when you're in a gated community on the road part, that's a public road. The only way it is a private road, and we own property to that as a private road, is if on your title it says you own 1/50th of Road 1, Road 2, Road 3, Road 4, Road 5. That's the only way it's a private road. And then you can dictate if you want to clamp people, you want to tow them or whatever.
Somebody saying that, oh, G Farmer wants to know where he can find land for 4.5 million.
You can check. Which parish we're talking about?
And
Ask us to check, send us a WhatsApp, 3708138. You might find it in Clarendon. One time I would say St. Thomas, but no. You don't find that in Clarendon. You might even find it in Manchester, South.
And Safi says, if we don't maintain our yard, the developer will step in to have the work done in your behalf and charge you for the work. It was the only way to maintaining the community.
But Safi, that is another thing. What is your standard of maintenance as opposed to the next person's standard of maintenance? All these things are you know, a gray area. Some HOAs want your grass will be only 3-inch. Come on. Seriously? So, remember say we're all people trying to live in this space, you know. Everybody have different incomes, different way they want to live their life, and so on.
Sometimes lots of people want to live in a gated community but don't want to pay the HOA. Dash them out. You can't dash them out.
You can't dash them out.
Property. Gigi saying they should have visitors parking.
Gigi, when you're talking about a gated land development, even something like Camelot with 600 houses, where is the parking going to be? Down at the gate, and then my friend have to walk come all the way up a phase 5 to me? Not practical. It's not practical. They have to park on the street if there's no parking in my driveway. It's just not practical. So this is the thing, we have to use our common sense. We have to be reasonable. That's one of the things the Lord tell you. Reasonable is it. The reasonable man could have foresee that X, Y, and Z. Wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think that's where we can wrap up.
That's where we can wrap up. Was it reasonable? So you need to learn about, with insurance, go learn about the average clause, figure out how you can navigate that, because that is part of what has reaped some persons who send in their estimates too. Alright, any more questions? Anybody have any burning question? Burning questions? If you're in an apartment complex where it's easy to reach the blocks and so on, yes, visitors parking work. But in the gated communities with the single houses, not going to work. Not going to work. Plus the developer don't want to take out no whole heap of land for no visitor parking.
I know, because that's not making them any money. A visitor's parking could easily be a one property.
Yeah, one house, see?
Mm-hmm.
No man, you have to give flexibility.
You know what I just realized? Zayman got that from me, you know.
What?
I heard him using it the other day. I was like, is that how I sound?
And little boy there said, then I hear him the other day, and him the other day, he said, what day? I said, Zayman! And he said, sorry grandma. This is a little 4-year-old, you know, guys. him just do it, apologize, and keep it moving. Like, that's good enough, man. Just say sorry, yeah, alright.
I swear, he's gonna be a politician.
You know?
A
politician.
It's like I was
I hope a good one.
I was in a meeting, one of the nights, and he came in. He's like, Auntie Tony, are you busy? I was like, yes, I'm having a meeting. It's a meeting? Ooh, you're gonna miss your bedtime. I was like, how do you know what my bedtime is? And he's like, you go to bed after I bathe. And I was like, yeah, that's really when I go to bed.
Can I watch you?
I know, because he's already showered, you know. So
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, you're gonna miss your bedtime. And obviously he knows I love bedtime because he's like, ooh.
Must bring them on the show one day. Them get so big, guys, really big. Big and chat, no fun. Oh, there's a handful right now.
But I enjoy talking to Zayman. He's very nice to talk to.
Yeah. So is Xander, you know? But Xander more technical.
Yeah, you have to be talking
You have to be
Xander.
talking Xander's language. I
Yeah.
mean, if you know, he's talking to me about the Titanic.
Oh, you
Yeah.
learned about it.
Yeah, he's talking to me about the Titanic and white crash and all kind of things where I never have a clue. 2 weeks ago, he was into volcanoes. So that's where I learned about lava, this and that. And there's a famous volcano, he knows the name, I don't remember it. If you ask him now, he'll tell you. But the Titanic is going on here now.
All right, everyone. We will see you next week.
Bye. Thank you for coming on.
Everyone.
Tell your friends that we're back.
Yes.